Do you consider yourself to be socially awkward? If yes, you're probably familiar with the chills that go down your spine before trying to make conversation with someone. Why is it that conversing is so easy for some and so nerve-wracking for others? Stick with us to find out. Hey there guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we've got some tips you could use to make your speaking skills way better than what they are. Watch the entire video to get every bit of help we've got to offer. So here's the thing, public speaking is what defines a person's personality. A bold and courageous person is admired and looked up to, while a timid person goes unnoticed. A very surprising, yet true fact is that public speaking is what people consider one of the scariest things. But apart from speaking to an entire crowd, there are those who fear making even the most basic convos. It could be with your colleague that you always wanted to be friends with, or even your elder siblings who you admire. There are several ways to have straight conversations and keep them smooth. Alright, here's tip number 1. 1. Start with a question. This is usually how most conversations begin. In fact, this is the most basic way to start a little chat with the one you want to talk to. Now before you start to jot down an entire list of questions to ask, there's something you must keep in mind. Don't think too hard on this one. A question is an easy way to start a talk. But one wrong question could even mean the end of any more conversations ever. And that's precisely what we don't want. Instead of coming up with some complicated questions, think of something delicate, something that the person will find easy to answer. This is a good way to get the other person involved and some way to get to know the person a little more. For example, you could ask the person what his occupation is and show interest in the same. If you hit the person with some kind of puzzling riddle of a question, it wouldn't be hard to believe that they ran the other way out of fear. But hey, if the conversation takes off from there, that's well and great. Another thing to keep in mind is always to ask open-ended questions, like a yes or no conversation. Something too straightforward could be the death of that convo in just 3 seconds. Or, if you do end up starting with a yes or no question, try following up that question with a few more to keep the conversation going. But take care that you don't ask them too many questions unless you want to end up sounding like a kindergartner. 2. Ask or offer help. Another way you could start a little chit-chat with someone is by asking for a bit of help. You could ask for a bit of help to find that pen that rolled off your table. Or you could ask the person something about a new product you're looking at. Here, we must remember to ask the person for help for something that's within his or her reach. If you ask for help a little too much, you could possibly come off as a bit annoying. One way that's even better to start a convo than asking for help is by giving help. Offering a bit of assistance to someone will not only get their attention, but also provide a great first impression of the person. But the sad part here is, not all of us are fortunate enough to find ourselves in situations where we can offer help to the people we want to. But if at all you're one from the lucky crowd, never miss the opportunity to help that person and get in their good books. But caution yourself with limits. There are limits to helping people. Don't start by being too generous. Don't go around lending money like crazy. That could be a disadvantage later, and the person could also get the impression that you're easy to take advantage of. 3. Try a few light compliments. An exciting way to start talking is by complimenting something you like about the person. It could be about a pair of earrings they're wearing or any little thing. This is another way to gain the other person's attention and even spread positive vibes. Too many compliments could make you come off as a person who flatters out of nowhere. Another thing is to leave physical appearance out of this. As much as hearing people call you beautiful is flattering, it could also be creepy when it comes from a stranger. If at all you find yourself starting a conversation with a compliment, always remember to stick to accessories and things of that sort instead of physical appearances, and you're good to go. 4. Bring up mutually interesting topics. Isn't it fun to find someone who likes the same things as you do? Conversations are most enjoyable when two people can relate more with each other. This makes it more of a friendly chat rather than a competitive debate. This is our next tip you could use to keep things smooth. Talk about something that could mutually interest the two involved in the conversation. There's nothing better than two people agreeing on the same things together. Though many of us may not have much of an idea about what those mutual interests could be, if you ever really get a chance, this could be one of the best ways to start a chat. Bringing up shared experiences can help form a bond between two people way faster. Now by this, we do not mean you have to suppress your own opinions for the sake of keeping a conversation going, but trying your best to see things from the other person's perspective as well could level up your game. 5. Try introducing yourself. If the above few tips are too hard for you, here's the simplest way to start a little heart-to-heart with someone. Introduce yourself. Yes, it's as easy as that. Now you're probably thinking that introducing yourself out of nowhere is perhaps easier said than done. But think of it this way, if you're eager to start a conversation with someone, it's best to try to make it happen for yourself before you lose your chance. Introducing yourself is the least you could do to get the person to at least recognize you the next time he or she sees you. So shove your fears aside and boldly walk up to the person with your chin up and introduce yourself. Who knows, your confidence could have a pretty good first impression on them. Now, there are times that luck could fail you in this case. Sometimes it may feel like you're embarrassing yourself by going out of your way to introduce yourself to the person, and there could be times when the person doesn't acknowledge that either. But as long as you've put in your little bit of effort to show your interest in communicating with the person, you've got nothing to worry about. 6. Show interest in their opinions. People always love to express their interests to others. It has been that way for a long time. More than just listening to people talk, it's more fun to express your opinions, don't you think? Well, let's think of it the other way around. If you allow a person to voice their opinions, wouldn't the person find you more likable and approachable? It could be something as small as their take of a novel that had just been released, or whether they like the new restaurant down the street. In most cases, people love sharing their thoughts on certain aspects. If you provide them an opportunity to do so, you're making them all the more comfortable with you. They will enjoy your presence and gradually start taking an interest in your likes, dislikes, and hobbies as well. 7. Make a few interesting comments on something. Commenting on some things could get others talking too. Something as simple as commenting on the weather or the coffee at the place that you work could get any person talking, unless they're totally introverts and want nothing to do with people in general. These tips that we've mentioned so far almost never fail anyone. But here's the thing, you're not going to wake up the next day as a person with excellent social skills. It takes time to build that particular amount of confidence. After all these years of shying away, it requires a bit of time and effort to change that old kind of mindset. All you have to do is trust the process and never lose faith in yourself. Believe that you are capable of being bold, just like any of those other great speakers out there. And someday, who knows, some shy guy could look up to you and learn to break out of his shy and insecure self. With that, we conclude today's video, folks. Those were 7 of the best ways to start a conversation with someone. Don't forget to let your confidence shine while you talk to others. If you found this video helpful and informative, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and press the tiny notification bell to stay updated on all the amazing videos we're going to bring you.